everyone, and welcome back to English for Work and Career Success. Today, we're diving into mastering polite communication with your boss. David, why is this skill so crucial in the workplace?
Hey, Emma! It's essential because the way we communicate can build or undermine trust. For instance, using polite language like, "Could you please?" or "Would you like me to?" signals respect and professionalism.
Absolutely. I remember a friend who always struggled with this until she practiced these phrases. It changed her work relationships dramatically. How about you? Any similar experiences?
Yes, I had a colleague who initially seemed abrasive, but once they adopted a more respectful tone, their interactions improved. It shows how much tone matters, right?
Right. But what about those who argue that formal language can feel stiff or insincere?
That's a valid point. However, a study by the Harvard Business Review found that politeness in emails led to a 20% increase in positive response rates. So, there's a balance to strike.
Interesting. So, as a forward-looking approach, maybe integrating these practices into daily routines can help make them second nature?
Exactly. It becomes more authentic over time. Practice makes perfect after all. Now, let's explore some key phrases.
Emma, let's delve into the essential phrases. How can we ask for help without sounding demanding?
Good question, David. A simple, "Could you please help me with this?" maintains respect while effectively requesting assistance.
I like that. It reminds me of when I asked my manager for help using this phrase. It set a collaborative tone. How about giving updates?
For updates, something like, "I've finished the report" or "I'm still working on it" is concise yet informative. Have you tried these in your reports?
Yes, and they're effective. Yet, some argue these are too brief. Any thoughts on that?
True, brevity might seem curt. However, clarity is valued in business settings. It's about finding the sweet spot.
Exactly. For showing gratitude, phrases like "thank you for your feedback" can enhance rapport. Aren't those invaluable?
Definitely. Looking forward, consistently using such phrases can elevate workplace dynamics. Shall we move to a real conversation example?
Imagine a scene where I'm updating my boss about a project. David, how would you initiate the conversation?
I'd start with, "Hi Emma, how's the project going?" It's straightforward but opens the floor for updates.
That's great! I might reply, "Good morning, sir. It's going well. I've finished most of it." How important is it to maintain this kind of tone?
It's crucial. A consistent, respectful tone maintains a positive atmosphere. And what if the boss asks for a draft by the afternoon?
I'd respond, "Sure, I'll send it before 3 p.m." Adding, "Would you like me to include the new data too?" Shows initiative.
Exactly, that's proactive. But what if someone feels this is too submissive?
Great point, David. Being proactive is about empowerment, not submission. It's a subtle yet impactful distinction.
Right on. In the future, more employees adopting this could lead to more harmonious workplaces. Let's explore some practice exercises next.
Emma, practice is key, right? How can listeners effectively practice these phrases?
Absolutely, David. Starting with repetition exercises like, "Could you please check this for me?" is excellent for building confidence.
Great start. I often suggest role-playing with friends. Have you seen its impact?
Yes, it's incredibly effective. It's how actors refine their skills. Any counter arguments come to mind?
Some say it feels unnatural. However, just like learning a new instrument, it becomes more fluid with practice.
Exactly, and recording yourself can help. Hearing your own voice gives new insights. What do you think of this approach?
I love it. It's like instant feedback. Looking ahead, routine practice can seamlessly integrate these skills into daily interactions.
For sure. Let's move on to some smart tips to enhance this process.
David, let's share some smart tips now. What's your top recommendation for handling feedback?
I'd say always acknowledge feedback with thank you. I'll work on that. It shows you're receptive and willing to improve.
That's solid advice. I remember a colleague who did this and quickly gained respect. Any potential downsides?
Some argue it might seem passive, but it actually demonstrates maturity and openness to growth.
True, it's a nuanced skill. Practicing active listening can complement this. Observations?
Absolutely. Active listening, like nodding or paraphrasing, reinforces understanding and engagement. It's powerful.
Looking forward, integrating these tips can enhance personal and professional growth. Shall we try a role-play challenge?
Yes, let's do it. It's a great way to apply everything we've discussed.
Emma, let's set the scene. You're late for work. How do you apologize to your manager?
I'd start with, I'm sorry for being late. Could I make up the time later? It's direct, yet considerate.
Nice approach. Now, imagine needing help with a new task. What would you say?
I'd ask, could you please guide me on this task? It invites collaboration, thoughts.
That's perfect. Some might hesitate to ask for help, fearing judgment, but it actually fosters learning.
Exactly. What if you want to take a day off?
I'd say, would it be okay if I take a day off? Polite and to the point, practicing these scenarios can build confidence over time.
Indeed, and that wraps up our role play. All right, that's all for this episode. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.